But first, Tracy Whidbey is still on the run. Last night on Wavy News 10 at 5, we told you how Pasquotank County deputies say he slipped out of his handcuffs during a transport and ran off. 10 on your side, Surrey Crow went to North Carolina and asked the sheriff how this happened and what his staff is doing to get Whidbey back behind bars. Surrey?
Melanie, investigators spent all day looking for an escaped suspect. Tuesday, Tracy Whidbey allegedly pulled a Houdini of sorts with his handcuffs and shoved a sheriff's deputy to the ground before taking off. He hasn't been seen since. It was supposed to be a routine transfer from the Albemarle District Jail to the magistrate's office in Elizabeth City. But 31-year-old Tracy Fernandez Whidbey was facing a revoked bond. He was en route in the back of a deputy's patrol car to that hearing when he decided to take matters into his own hands. Any idea how he got out of the handcuffs? I understand he's very tall and very thin.
Yeah, he's tall and thin. I don't know where he's. Some people, you've got to be very careful, especially with thin people, and depending on their wrist, they can actually slip a handcuff over it, depending on how your hands are.
Now free of the cuffs, they pulled up in front of the magistrate's office. When the deputy opened the patrol car door, that's when Whidbey pushed him to the ground and took off running down the street. The deputy chased Whidbey, who was still wearing his orange and white jumpsuit, and disappeared behind a coffee shop. The fact that he was able to run at all is part of another investigation. Now, from what I understand, the procedure is that he should have had foot shackles on as well.
Right. He should normally, as anybody we're transporting up to the courthouse or anything would have leg irons on, unless they had some type of medical disability or something, injury that would prevent us from putting leg shackles on them.
The deputy is still on duty. There's an internal investigation underway as to why protocol wasn't followed, allowing for Whidbey's escape.
Right now, our main thing is to get him back into custody and put him back into jail.
And once back in jail, the sheriff says Whidbey may be right back on the streets.
He may walk out just as soon as we process him on even the new charges.
Sheriff Cartwright says Whidbey has an extensive criminal history and will face several more charges once he's back in custody. Amongst those charges, a misdemeanor larceny charge for stealing those handcuffs and that jailhouse jumpsuit. Surrey Crow, 10 on your side.